Scramble pass going to Samuels, right side of the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
A cutback. It's a sprint to the pylon. Touchdown, Matthew Day.
Go, take what you want. Are you ready to hit the fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
Here comes the rush. Hennessy throws, picked off by Fernandez at the 30-yard line.
How about that Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show is presented by Coca-Cola. Any down can be the one that changes the game. So try the play where you go big on refreshment. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. By North Carolina's electric cooperatives, powering and empowering the people and communities we serve. Your Carolina Ford dealers. Find a great deal on your perfect Ford. Make a connection today at your Carolina Ford dealer. And by Delta, official airline of NC State Athletics.
Darling, I was made for you. Darling, I was made for you. The one thing that is true, darling, I was made for you. I was made for you.
My new friends went online and challenged me to find their perfect match. So, let's see how we did.
We look good together.
I think I'm in love.
Nice job, matchmaker.
Thanks.
With everything Ford has to offer, power and performance, smart technology, and 5-star safety, it's easy to see why Ford is America's favorite brand.
Now, get 0 for 72 on a well-equipped 2016 F-150 or Super Duty.
Make a connection at your Carolina Ford dealer today.
When my heart was failing, these are the hands that used the latest technology and research to save my life.
These are the eyes of my UNC Rex Heart and Vascular team who saw a solution for me when others did not.
These are the minds, hand-selected for their expertise, that saved my wife's heart when she was out of options.
And we are the hearts
that beat strong.
Because of UNC Rex.
This season, NC State is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Carter Finley Stadium. One of the more spectacular additions to the stadium officially opened in 2005 when C. Richard Vaughn Towers was unveiled. Replacing the old double wide in the sky press box, the towers contain 1,000 club seats, 51 luxury suites, and a spacious press area to accommodate media, television, and radio. The cost of the Vaughn Towers project was $39 million. The Dave Doeren Show will continue after this timeout.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, proud partner of NC State Athletics.
Darling, I was made for you. Darling, I was made for you. The one thing that is true, darling, I was made for you. I was made for you.
Estimating Foxtrot Alpha Sierra Echo Lima. Delta 185, flight control, how do you copy?
Once you get out here, there's just one direction. Forward. One time. Now. And there's just one sound. You and us together, telling the world we're coming for you.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
So the concept that I had was this, and it's a little difficult to explain it to you here, but if you look at these, the concept I had was that the stadium would be built of 3 pieces of precast concrete, all of which could be precast over a period of time. They'd be erected as a Tinker Toy set, and that anything else that had to be done to the stadium did not involve adding anything, but only subtracting things, so that it was easier to build that way.
This week's Pack Profile, we're with the NC State cornerback coach, and we're talking with George Barlow. All right, Coach Barlow, with this Pack Profile, I saw you grew up in Chicago.
Yep, born and raised in Chicago, on the west side of Chicago. So everything that you could possibly go through, I went through there. But it's a great place. There's nothing like the city of Chicago, and to this day I go back as much as I can. The whole family lives there, And I just love, especially downtown Chicago. And I think, you know, just all the places that I've lived and been, there's no place like, you know, downtown Chicago. So,
okay, so
it's a great spot.
So we think West Chicago. So were you a Cubs fan? How did that work?
This is probably a bad time to say it, but no, I wasn't a Cubs fan.
Oh, you're a White Sox?
I was a White Sox fan all day. I had a chance to go to White Sox games quite a bit. And actually, when I was growing up, the Cubs games were all actually, you know, a lot of them were during the day, so I wasn't able to go. So I just, you know, and plus the Sox games were a little closer to me. I could get to them, the Bulls and Sox. So I probably wasn't really much of a Cubs fan, but I am rooting for them.
Okay, well, good. Well, but you were a Bears fan, like everybody's a Bears fan.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Who's your favorite player?
Walter Payton, for sure. But back then, before '85, the Bears weren't very good. So I would be crying a lot on Sundays because they would either come close or they'd just get killed by Green Bay or Minnesota. But I'm definitely a Bears fan. Bears, Bulls, and Sox.
Gotta be.
And you know, I have to root for the Cubs just because it hasn't been so long since they've been there. So it'd be great if they could win it.
All right, growing up, then you end up going to Marshall. Now there's some, you know, you're a record holder.
No, actually,
most interceptions in a game at Marshall.
Really? So that's still holding up? Still
holding up.
Really?
Two other guys have tied it. What do you remember? You played East Tennessee State, I think it was.
Yeah, East Tennessee State. Actually, what I remember is it should have been 4 because I actually dropped one. So it was one of those days where everything's kind of falling into place. It's got one of those deals like we talk about Jordan when he talks about when you're in that great game, how the bucket seems so big. It was kind of the same thing, just football-wise. They just kept throwing it to me. So
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And you kept...
Yeah. Well, I called.
But you didn't take any of the house?
Nah, I didn't. Actually, I got drilled on a couple of them.
So while you're at Marshall, though, you played in some great games. I don't remember if you played NC State, but then you coached there, and then there was a historic game here. Okay, you're gonna have to refresh my memory. There was a Hail Mary in the last second here. Tell us about that game. Where were you and what happened?
I'll start from the beginning. The first time my Marshall teammates found out I took this job, I got 1 million calls and text messages because they are still pissed about that particular game. Because I think you guys were actually ranked, and we were actually ranked, and we came in the 1AA team, and we played well. I actually had the game won, and actually the game was over, and then there was a mysterious
little
offsides.
Oh, yeah.
And so they get another play and throw a Hail Mary, and I think Charles Davenport caught it. And to this day, I still remember it. And just like all the guys that I play with, they still remember, and they still talk about it. So every time one of them finds out I'm here, like I said, that brings up bad memories.
All the time.
For us and also for Coach Doeren, too. So.
Well, we love having you here, but the guys have talked. You're one of the leaders in the ACC when it comes to fashion. The best dress in the ACC. Now, is this true? Like, you match everything?
Actually, yeah, I try to, just like I coach my players about paying attention to the details.
The look good, you play good theory?
Yeah, okay, no doubt. But that's part of playing the position. If you play corner, that's part of it. You look good, feel good, you got to have some swag.
I even did this because I knew you were I actually did the socks. Now can you rate how am I doing here?
I would go probably 7, 8 range.
Okay,
you know? That's good.
It's a start.
It's a start.
Okay, because you got to tie in the socks to what?
Oh, no doubt. You got to tie in the socks to the whole outfit, and it doesn't always have to match, but you got to have something that's gonna have a little pop to it and be attention.
Is that swag? Is that what we're talking about,
or
is it more? Okay,
that's swag. Swag for sure.
Yeah, you look good, you play good. There he
no
is.
doubt.
George Barlow, cornerback coach here at NC State. Thanks, Coach.
All right.
At a school that has turned out several elite wide receivers, Torrey Holt stands alone in the NC State record book. Holt, who starred for the Wolfpack between 1995 and 1998, owns school records for receptions in a game, receptions in a season, career receiving yardage, and touchdown receptions. In his stellar career, the legendary number 81 made a total of 31 touchdown catches. Stay tuned. The Dave Doeren Show is back after this.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, proud partner of NC State Athletics.
Estimating Foxtrot Alpha Sierra Echo Lima. Delta 185, flight control, how do you copy?
Once you get out here, there's just one direction. Forward. One time. Now. And there's just one sound. You and us together, telling the world we're coming for you.
Darling, I was made for you. Darling, I was made for you. The one thing that is true, darling, I was made for you. I was made for you.
When my heart was failing, these are the hands that used the latest technology and research to save my life.
These are the eyes of my UNC Rex Heart and Vascular team who saw a solution for me when others did not.
These are the minds, hand-selected for their expertise, that saved my wife's heart when she was out of options.
And we are the hearts
that beat strong.
Because of UNC Rex.
Now we look ahead on the Dave Doeren Show. It's time for the Coca-Cola calendar. NC State goes back on the road next Saturday. The Wolfpack will face off against Syracuse at the Carrier Dome. Kickoff time has been set for 12:30. That means our airtime on the Wolfpack Sports Network will be 10:30 in the morning. And don't forget, the Dave Doeren Radio Show will be on the air Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. As always, it originates from the Backyard Bistro in Raleigh, and all fans are invited to join the live audience.
The scouting report for the 10th game of the season, we've got the Syracuse Orange. Wolfpack, we're going on the road up to Syracuse, New York to take on these guys, Carrier Dome. Boy, I know what that's like. Played there personally my senior year. But we're going to focus on, obviously, the offense and the defense, but more importantly, who is their main guy. And it starts with their quarterback, Eric Dungy. The sophomore has had a pretty good year. He runs the football, second on the team in rushing, almost 500 yards rushing and throwing the football, averaging over 340 yards passing a game. But one of the plays we're going to look at, we've got a spread out formation. And the reason we're going to look at this play, it's not because it's perfectly executed, but it kind of speaks to why Eric Dungy is so good. And this offense is run the way that it is. They're a fast-paced, no-huddle offense. They're going to get the line quick. They're going to try to snap the ball, trying to catch you off guard. A lot of 3, 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers. They want to spread you out. In fact, in this one, we actually got the back coming out of the backfield and going in motion. Now, we're going to go to the end zone cut for this because it's important for you to see. One, the first thing is look at the end zone copy of the splits with the offensive line. They are wide splits. The reason they're doing that is they're creating running lanes for a guy like Eric Dungy who can make you pay. Well, we've got the running back goes in motion. We've got a blitz on up the middle. Eric Dungy evades the pocket. He's avoiding guys. He's basically got this amazing Barry Sanders rush attempt in here. Okay, we've got a basic standard China route over the top. Then all of a sudden, whoop, we're going to throw it over the top to a wide open receiver because he has the ability to scramble and move around with his feet, which is, I mean, that's why he's as good as he is right now. And that's why he's having the success. Not because his guys are running great routes. It's because he can make things happen. Now on the defensive side of the ball, two things I want you to look at is the fact that their linebackers, Paris Bennett, the will backer or the weak side backer, and Zaire Franklin make a lot of their plays. And in this play, particular against, we essentially have a play here against Virginia Tech where you have the linebackers, okay, Virginia Tech's trying to quick snap it as well. We're actually going to go backside with this. We've got a kind of a balanced set here, and we've got a tight end right, balanced set. We're going to have a pulling motion with our guard, so like a counter. But I want you to watch number 30, the linebacker who makes play, Paris Bennett. Almost watch him read that. Read the line blocking and be able to make the play up in the pocket, almost jumping over to be able to make it. They read very well. They're going to try to stop the run. They give up almost 200 yards rushing, almost 250 yards passing, but they want to be able to stop the run with these great linebackers. They can make some plays for you. And there it is. The 10th game of the season, the Syracuse Orange. Should be a fun road trip.
The Dave Doeren Show has been presented by Coca-Cola. Any down can be the one that changes the game. So try the play where you go big on refreshment. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. By North Carolina's electric cooperatives, powering and empowering the people and communities we serve. Your Carolina Ford dealers. Find a great deal on your perfect Ford. Make a connection today at your Carolina Ford dealer. And by Delta, official airline of NC State Athletics.